Big Bang Hank from the Sugar Hill Gang. He got down with us as acting manager. He took a loan out from his parents to buy us a bigger set. He had to get a job in New Jersey to pay back the loan, so that's where the Sugar Hill people asked him to be down on this record they were doing. Personally, I was shocked because Hank is not an MC. You know, he was the manager, so I would figure that he would say, well, I'm not an MC, but I manage these guys that's on this tape, but whatever.
Kaz and the Cold Crush were sitting there wondering, well, why didn't they just come to us and make a record? Now, how come we're left out of it?
I figured if something comes out of it, I guess we're next. So he said, you know, I want to use some of your rhymes, and just threw a book on the table and said, whatever you want to use. You know, that turned out to be I'm the CASN, the OVAN.
I'm the CASN, the OVAN, the rest is FLY. You see, I go by the code of the doctor of the mix. And these reasons I'll tell you why.
Big Bang Hank starts his second verse like saying someone else's name. I'm pretty sure that Sylvia wasn't too threatened. It's not like he would go out and hire a high-powered lawyer.
I got bodyguards, I got 2 big guns, that definitely ain't the whack. I got a Lincoln Continental and some new Cadillac.
You can talk all you want about how, oh man, I'm not with Rapper's Delight, that's not a cool record, but people were still playing it at the party and people were still dancing. I mean, that's something that hip-hop has always struggled with, but rappers have found that if you can make a popular record that makes people dance, that's most of the battle right there.
You cannot deny the fact that Sugar Hill Gang was the first big rap group, and if we don't get any respect from someone, screw them. We open the doors for a lot of people.
Do it, and I'm here, and I'm there. I'm Big Bang Hank, I'm everywhere.
It sold like crazy. It was a top 5 record all over Europe, also in the Far East. It was just this phenomenal thing.
When I heard Rapper's Delight, I was just in heaven, because you could understand all of the words that were being said, so it was very easy for me to catch on and rhyme along with it.
Say the hip hop, the hip hop.
There was something that connected that I could do that. That was a time when every kid had a rap with their name in it. You know, and everybody had one that started at the age of 1. I had just begun on my journey to the TOP, you know.
All I know is that this changed the game of hip-hop. This record just set the goal to a whole nother level now. It wasn't rule the Bronx or rule Manhattan or rule whatever. It was now, how soon can you make a record?
The minute hip-hop turned into a record, the culture changed. What had been this little homegrown cottage industry, all of a sudden could go anywhere a record went. The making of rap records changed everything.
Rapper's Delight was perceived as a novelty record. The next major feat would be to get a major label interested.
Don't you give me all that jive about things you wrote before I was alive. Cause this ain't 1823, ain't even 19.
Kurtis Blow record, Christmas rapping. We put it on vinyl because no one wanted to buy it. And we put the vinyl in the street. And when it got hot on the street, Mercury Records called us. That's how Kurtis Blow got signed in 1979.
Kurtis Blow was the first real hip-hop star.
Yeah, come on now.
We called him the king of rap. Every time somebody else got hot, they had to book Kurtis Blow because he was the king. And it kept us hot for a while. It helped us to develop a real stable career for Kurtis.
Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up!
He didn't have a lot of rap skills, but he was like a ladies' man, you know what I'm saying? Like an idol. Come out with them Jerry curls and them high-heel boots like Prince and just rock the house. You know what I'm saying? He had a lot of crowd response to his, you know, his music. Though. Say, oh, somebody scream.
Somebody scream!
Kurtis Blow is one of my favorite, you know, his voice and the tracks he would rap on. In a lot of ways, I saw him as being ahead of his time. He was a superstar to me.
Breaks on the stage, breaks on the screen, breaks to make your wallet lean. Breaks run cold and breaks run hot. Some folks got him and some have not, but these are the breaks. Break it up, break it up, break it up, break down.
At that particular time, there were a lot of mom and pop shop record companies that wanted to get on this bandwagon. I guess I'd never forget, there was this real wrinkled old guy in the back of my club when he could either be the police or he was somebody's father looking for their daughter, one or the other. Either one, I just definitely did not want to really get entangled with. He eventually stepped to me after a party or two and asked would I like to make a record. His name was Bobby Robinson of Enjoy Records. The record was called Super Rapping.
All through my high school, people used to sell tapes. The way CDs and albums sell, or just focused on the tapes. But then Flash put out Super Rapping. My brother Alfred brought it home, and I put it on, and it just hypnotized me. I just remember introducing the crew, we're gonna see to believe. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 MCs.
Introducing the crew, you gotta see to believe. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 MCs. I'm Melly Melvin, I'm rocking so well. And I'm Mr. Ness because I rocks the best.
Then from there, we had gotten sort of bought to Sugar Hill.
I was looking for a group that could really be hardcore. They auditioned for me and I liked it.
What Sugar Hill did very candidly was that they went out and got Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5, Treacherous 3, which included Kool Moe Dee, Sequence, the first female rappers. They had suddenly have a roster, you know, of artists, and they have some that have credibility. Where the Sugar Hill Gang didn't have credibility in the hip hop world, certainly Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5 did, and Funky 4+1 were great.
I think one thing that's important to hit on is the way that hip hop kind of came downtown.
This is the way we rock the house.
There was one gig when Funky 4+1 played over at the Rock Lounge, and I just remember being amazed at that gig. Sha Rock is one of the most amazing MCs ever, male or female.
We do it for the girls, for the boys and men. Most people go around just thinking anyway. We want you to hear what we say. The things we say, the things we do. It's like running a race and the don't come through. That's a lie, the competition to be. We are the one.
The first community of people to really embrace rap, breakdance, and graffiti as an art form was this sort of East Village downtown world.
We'd be going to see punk rock shows and going to clubs where they'd play like punk rock and new wave or whatever records, and then as soon as like hip hop made a transition to records and you started hearing like, you know, Funky 4+1 More, Treacherous 3 or Spoonie G or whatever, those records started to play in those same downtown clubs and we loved it. That was really the transition where so many people became aware of all these different elements of hip hop culture.